You're tuned in to Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk, live every weekday on the Nation Network YouTube.
It's finally game day on Oilers Nation every day. It feels like it's been forever. Jay, how excited are you? All right, let's get into it with the lead. That's a good one. Jay is coming soon. I don't know when. Either way, this is Oilers Nation every day coming to you live from the Sports Closet studio, sportscloset.ca. The Oilers are rocking the reverse retros tonight. And our friends at the Sports Closet, they got everything you need. A beautiful jersey like that. Maybe you want one of the cool jackets like the one I had hanging up in the other Sports Closet studio. Sportscloset.ca. Go check out the full line. Also, look at this. New lid I'm rocking from Nation Gear. Sports Closet carries Nation Gear. You can also check it out, nationgear.ca. But a full lineup of different colored hats. New era with the snapback. We got a couple of flex fits too. It's a very exciting time. New hat day here on Oilers Nation every day. And if you know me, you know I get fired up for some fresh lids. Shout out to our friends at Sherwood Ford the Giant as well. It is a Sherwood Ford Giant game day here on Oilers Nation every day. And we are live on the Nation Network YouTube. First comment of the day goes to our boy Dre. Our bar Dre.
That's a cool name.
Yep. Sorry. Our boy Dre. How could we forget about Dre? Hey guys, what would your opinion be? I'm all in for Taves, but how do you figure the lines? Are you breaking up the Janmark, Nuge, Kostin line and putting McDry on different lines? And where do you put Kane? Very easy. And I wrote about this on OilersNation.com yesterday. You go Draisaitl, McDavid, Kane, boom, top line. You can keep on the third line Nuge, Janmark, Kostin together because they're buzzing. They look good. On the second line, you have Hyman, you have Jonathan Taves. And then depending on which side you play Zach Hyman, you could have Yamamoto up there. You could potentially have Fogle up there. You could have Dylan Holloway up there. You could have Ryan McLeod up there. You have a whole bunch of different options. But getting a centerman is 100% the way I believe the Oilers should go. Frank Saravalli is going to be sitting right there tomorrow, joining me on the show. We're going to chat about it a little bit more then. But for today, it is a game day. The Oilers looking to extend the winning streak to
7.
Looking to extend the winning streak to 7, and we're going to be chatting about that with our Giant Keys to Victory. We'll have your lineup and all of that good stuff as well. Shout out to everyone watching on the YouTube as well. The connection today is chef's kiss.
Popping.
It's popping, yes. Aaron, good work. Aaron in the room across the hall from us. Great work, buddy. Let's talk about this game, though. The Oilers are looking for 7, Liam. And you look at this Blue Jackets team, you dig into some of the numbers. They are not that good. And hold up. No, changing that. They are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, look at it right there. And literally everything they have is just so poor.
So poor.
Surprising though, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like they've had a few injuries this season too, from what I believe. I'm not sitting there every night watching Columbus Blue Jackets games, but this team is definitely underachieving for the skill they have on this roster. But tonight, the Oilers are catching them at a good time. Obviously, the Oilers are feeling hot. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are not. You like that?
You son of a gun, Liam. I like this comment here from Peter King. Them being so bad is puzzling. And it really is, because when you look at the bottom of the NHL standings, it's a whole bunch of teams that are tanking. Even though Gary Bettman says no one's tanking, there are teams tanking. Anaheim does not want to be good. They did not come into this season with the expectation of being good. The Chicago Blackhawks, the Arizona Coyotes, to a lesser extent, the San Jose Sharks, those teams came into the season being like, hey, if we get this Bedard guy, we're going to be thrilled. Columbus came into this season with Johnny Gaudreau, Patrick Laine. They kept Brad Larson around because they thought they could build on what they did last season. Boy, it's not going that way.
No.
Zach Werenski out for the season. He's been out since like the second week of the season. That's a big blow, because you go from having, one of the premier young defensemen in the game to Eric Goodbranson being your number one defenseman. Not good. This team has fallen so short of expectations this year. They spent to the cap. Jarmo Kekalainen did not want to tank. They wanted to be in the playoffs this year. And the fact it's just going so sideways is puzzling.
Yeah, and you even look at like Elvis Merzlikins. He's been horrendous, to say the least. Like, what is he? 868 save percentage? Like, that was a guy people were clamoring for a couple of years ago, especially here. Like, we wanted him bad. So, yeah, it's just kind of one of those seasons, I guess. It's always got to be that one team that kind of falls apart in a way. And for Columbus, and unfortunately for their fans, it is them right now. But maybe it's a positive for the Oilers with Gavrikov possibly being available and an option. I don't think it'll be long before Columbus do kind of climb back out of it. But it is, the Oliver Bjorkstrand trade was an interesting one then, wasn't it? Because he was obviously scoring a lot of goals for them. They moved him on, and now all of a sudden, like, they're not getting those goals as much anymore. So it's interesting. I think Columbus is actually like a solid franchise, though, as a whole.
They should be better than this. Yes. And I do think they're a team, like, man, if they were to get Connor Bedard and you're rolling into next season, because again, Bedard's on his ELC at that point. He's going to be dirt cheap. You're rolling into next year with Gaudreau, Laine, Boone Jenner's still kicking around, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, two great young players in that lineup. A guy like Kirill Marchenko's having a really solid season. He looks like a piece for the future. Liam Foodie's had some good games. On the blue line, they got Adam Boquist is a guy who I think is going to be really, really good. Maybe you go spend and add a defenseman. Mm-hmm. But this is a team where if they got Bedard, I think they are much closer to the playoffs than, again, going through those bottom feeders. I think they're closer than Anaheim. I think they're closer than Chicago, Arizona, San Jose, Vancouver. I'd say they're closer than Montreal. I'd say they're closer than Ottawa. I'd say they're closer than Philly, even though they are dead last in the league right now. A .330 points percentage. This team this roster has some talent. They just haven't been able to get everyone clicking at the right time. And like you said, Liam, goaltending. It's a huge problem. Elvis Merzlikins has a 4.4 goals against average. Jonas Korpisalo has a 3.3.
Wasn't it last season that Korpisalo kind of fell off a cliff and Merzlikins came up? So now essentially they've just switched roles from what they were at last season. Like, it's just a tough situation to be in. Like I said, like, a lot of this stuff is unexpected that has happened. But yeah, when you look at the bottom of the standings, you listed off all those teams. Like, one of those teams is not like the others, and it's the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I agree with you 100%. I'm higher on them.
Which also means to me, you can't take them so lightly tonight, too. I know they're not fantastic by any means, but they do have some players who can capitalize on some stuff. Obviously, Johnny Gaudreau being one of them.
He's not having a bad season either.
No, point per game player. People are making it seem like this guy is falling off a cliff, but he's actually been pretty good, all things considered, in that market. He's just kind of like...
He's almost a point a game.
Point per game, 13 goals. He's never really been a massive goal scorer. Minus 17, obviously not awesome, but that's just kind of what
product
it is
of being on a bad team.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Gaudreau's back, first time playing the Oilers since
the
playoffs.
Last time Johnny Gaudreau played the Oilers. Aaron, can you show us what happened? He might need a second. Here we go.
Here it is. You might remember this, Oilers fans.
Yeah.
That's Johnny Gaudreau just there.
Johnny Gaudreau.
Piling away from Leon Draisaitl. Play it again. I didn't catch it the first time.
One more time, Aaron. I could watch this all day if we're being honest.
Gives me goosebumps. I remember jumping over my couch.
You were at home watching this one?
Yeah, and I jumped over the couch, like, no hands needed, right over.
I laid on my floor. I laid on my floor and just looked at the TV, and my girlfriend was kind of like, what are you doing? And I was like, they did it. Oh my God, a team I cheer for, something good happened. Do you realize how rare this is? Yes. Oh, Woody, let's go.
And we even get the stance. That is so funny.
All thanks to you, Johnny Gaudreau. And tonight, I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind a couple turnovers, maybe a couple bad D-zone plays. It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Hey, if you want to play like that, Johnny, I'm not going to tell you not to. If you want to do what you did in the playoffs last year against the Oilers, do it again. Let's go back to that, Johnny.
Oh, I could honestly watch that goal all day, and the YouTube chat is loving it as well. Drop a like for that Connor McDavid goal. Let's see if we can get up to 97 today to celebrate that bad boy. Hey? It's a Sherwood Ford giant game day here on Oilers Nation every day, brought to you by the Sherwood Ford Parts Store, where not only do they have genuine parts needed to keep your vehicle running smoothly, but a giant selection of merchandise, clothing, and apparel for perfect gifts and gear. Get 10% off your clothing order until January 31st. Also, got to give some love to our friends at Star Mechanical, 24/7 emergency services. All you got to do is call 780-481-8873. #1 plumbing and heating company in Edmonton. Shout out to Star Mechanical. It is a game day. That means Jay is here. Took him a minute, but he's here.
Sorry, Tyler.
Ah,
I let you down. I feel like I let Tyler down.
No, not
I
at all.
I don't like letting Tyler down, especially on a game day.
You just missed. We were watching the last shift Johnny Gaudreau took against the Edmonton Oilers.
May as well play it again.
Play it again for Jay Aaron. Fire it up. We could just watch it. Just the rest of the show will be us watching this. Look at Johnny.
You think this is going to be motivation for him tonight? Because we have just slagged him for this.
And he is a guy, if you don't know this, is rather active on Twitter.
Is he?
Did you? Well, you saw the stuff with Barnburner.
Yeah. I saw that.
Johnny Gaudreau's buzzing around Twitter a little bit. So he's probably seen the way this fan base, Oilers fan base, has given it to him over the last couple of months. But we thank Johnny Gaudreau for the gift. We hope for more tonight. Not that we're looking selfish. Honestly, though, Jay, not like we really need it. Because this Columbus team, we were just talking, they spent to the cap. They went out and made moves this summer. And they have fallen so far below expectations.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, man, it just makes this Johnny Gaudreau signing just more hilarious.
Yeah.
But the fact is he's actually performing at a point a game, isn't he? Like he's not like he's not going to hit what he hit last season, but he also is not playing with the same people around him as he was last season. So it's kind of funny that he's performing and they suck. I just don't think he cares about winning. Thoughts?
I don't know, because I think that Columbus team is better than they're showing. That is kind of my thing with it.
Really?
Yeah. I think they have really good young pieces there. It just didn't happen this year, and they can't get a save.
Yeah.
Like, you look at that roster, we just kind of did this whole exercise, so I don't want to go into it again, but like Gaudreau, Laine, Jenner, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, Kirill Marchenko.
Sillinger, interesting. Laine is a wild card.
I know.
Because, like, that guy's
He's only
given F
24,
meter
though.
is, like, very little. He wants to look cool and shoot a puck really hard and doesn't want to do everything else around that.
Yeah. Well, let's get into how the Blue Jackets are going to line up tonight, or at least how they're expected to line up against the Edmonton Oilers. That top line is really the big one to watch. Boone Jenner, Johnny Gaudreau, and Patrick Laine. This trio has combined for 13 points in their last 5 games. They shoot a lot of pucks. They get a lot of time in the offensive zone. That top line is the group to watch. The second line, Cole Sillinger and Ken Johnson, their kid duo playing with Gustav Nyquist, a guy who some people have wondered he could be an interesting deadline acquisition for the Edmonton Oilers.
Uncle Ken loves Gustav.
Yeah, they do have a history dating back to Detroit. Sean Corrali with Eric Robinson and Kirill the Thrill Marchenko. I'm really high on him. I know. You kind of gave me like the huh? But
well, you're taking the real Kirill the Thrill's mojo.
But Marchenko's actually really good. Like, the guy can score. He's a natural goal scorer. Jack Roslovic with Emil Bemstrom and Mathieu Olivier on the fourth line. The D pairings for the Columbus Blue Jackets will have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl licking their chops because it's terrible. Tim Burney, who the hell is that? Playing with Eric Goodbranson. The highest paid defenseman on this roster is Eric Goodbranson. Vladislav Gavrikov with Adam Boquist, Nick Blankenberg with Andrew Peak. This blue line is terrible. It's probably part of the reason why neither of their goalies has a goals against average below 3 this season, but this is right here. Bang, you're looking at it on your screen. Which way am I supposed to point? This way? That way? Look at this. No, I'm pointing the wrong way. This way. This blue line sucks. Everyone point at how bad the Blue Jackets blue line is.
Everyone just point.
Yeah, just point in some
direction.
direction.
You want to know why? It's point night.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. I don't know if you noticed, I'm rocking one of the new Fresh Nation lids.
I see.
We got them on display.
Oh.
Is there a favorite?
We don't have the orange and brown.
We don't have the Jay Downton Cleveland Browns special.
Well, I am a classic. This is the foundation of Nation Gear, this hat. We launched it and blew our minds with how quickly they sold out. So I have a soft spot for the OG.
It is crazy how often you will just be walking around Rogers Place and you'll see like that logo, that hat going around. My favorite one, I do like this blue one I'm wearing because I think it goes well with the jerseys.
Yeah.
But this one at first glance on camera, you might be like, oh, it's just like a little, as someone in the comments said, Dijon mustard colored hat. Someone said you're sponsored by Dijon mustard today with your outfit.
It does kind of come off a little yellow on,
but the
Dijon mustard is delicious, by the way, and an elite condiment.
Fair. The cool part about this one is it's pink. Like the logo and the lettering and the snap on the back is pink. We've never really dabbled in that, but I like this one. It's a sharp lid.
Is it because it's pink? You said pink a lot, so I just thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Live on the Nation Network YouTube with a Sherwood Ford Giant game day. We gave you the Columbus Blue Jackets lineup for tonight's hockey game. The Edmonton Oilers lineup is going to look a little bit different tonight as well. So we can flash that up. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman is your expected top line. Nuge, Janmark, and Kostin. The gift that keeps on giving is the second
Prince, line. The Pike King.
Oh, yeah.
The fishing. Northern.
Oh. Klim Kostin and Dylan Holloway went on a fishing trip.
Ice fishing trip.
An ice fishing trip.
Klim Kostin could not be assimilating himself into Alberta culture, especially more specifically Edmonton culture, any better. Ice fishing, check. Just a man of the people, check. Then goes for a donair.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
Unreal.
That was big.
Like, now we just got to get him into a green onion cake. And this guy is like got it all figured out. Maybe bask in the Sask this spring.
Third line for the Oilers, Warren Fogle, Ryan McLeod, and Jesse Puljujarvi. As you can see on your screen, the fourth line is listed as Holloway, Hamblin, and Derek Ryan. The expectation is that the Oilers will once again be going 11-7 tonight.
Janmark's still sick?
No, he's back. He's
on the second line.
Oh, God.
He's taking Evander Kane's spot. If you missed the show yesterday, Evander Kane has a court filing because of his bankruptcy thing in San Jose. He's not playing tonight is the bottom line and probably all you care about. So the Oilers expecting to go 11-7 with Nurse, Ceci, Kulak, Barry, Broberg, Bouchard, and Vinny in. We win.
Why are you butchering my trademark saying?
I thought we hadn't decided the right way to do it.
I thought we liked Vinny Wee Winnie because I did take it to Vinny Inny Wee Winnie. Which might be a mouthful. So
with
Vinny,
we win. We win.
With Vinny, we winnie.
Thank you, Liam. Yeah. At least, yes, he's going with the root of it. You're trying to change it entirely.
All right.
Lots of people are asking about the Chris Butty thing, Tyler.
Oh, good Lord. We really have to do this thing again?
Jay, what are your thoughts on a crisp butty, which is a chip sandwich? By chip,
bread, butter, and chips.
Chip and fries?
No.
Chips or
like,
chips mean chips.
Chips like
coming
crisp.
from you, it can be anything.
Like a bag of Lay's on bread.
Yeah, no.
No? Oh, wow. Well,
no, unless I need a flavor in there. It's too
whatever you want.
Too dry toast for me. Like, honestly, good bread and butter is like that's just a elite. I was gonna say sandwich, but
I thought you'd be with me on this one, to be honest.
Well, I always struggle because people like to put French fries and things, and I'm like, I don't know if I subscribe to that. And this is kind of not far, but it does give you a crisp factor.
I'm getting hungry.
You know, I am hungry. And well, yeah, what are we doing right after this?
We are going to Montana's with our boy Tyler Mulick, who's in the chat right now.
Hey, Tyler.
Not bringing a +1.
Oh, we'll bring Adam Seaborn.
Sure. He also requested yesterday he wants Liam to be his +1.
Oh, excellent. We'll bring Liam.
And Seaborn?
Oh, we got to take him for lunch.
Okay, sure. Our Adam Seaborn, our friend, is in from Toronto right now to play with us in the Tourism Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament this weekend. You're heading out there tonight.
I'm heading out there tomorrow.
Today's Wednesday.
Yes.
You head out tomorrow. Rest of us are all catching up on Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking to improve on our third place finish last year. Shout out to our friends at Tourism Jasper. It's Jasper in January right now for a few more days. They have some great festivities. Beautiful. If you've never been to Jasper in January, you are missing out. It is one of the absolute best things to do.
Go to Jasper all the time. But Jasper in
time.
January is great because of everything they have on the go.
Yeah, it's a totally different vibe. I absolutely love it. Jasper all the time, but specifically Jasper in January. We're going to be out at the JPL for the Pond Hockey Tournament. I'm going to chat strategy with Frank tomorrow because he's.
Well, I got something to disclose. I've got something to disclose.
Is Frank not on our team?
No. It's a personal disclosure.
Oh, okay. Whew.
And I really want to tell you that I played hockey yesterday, and I really want to tell you that I blocked a shot with my foot.
And
what happened is I got home last night, and I had my skis. I had to pick up my skis, so I go to get my skis on my car and put them in the garage.
Okay.
And then I go sweep out back to the Nation Bronco on my driveway. My driveway, as far as I'm concerned, is bare.
Okay.
Only thing on it's my truck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking to go wheel around to get to the back to swing open the gate to get my my bag out of the Bronco, and I smoke my foot on this random this little chunk of ice that's just glued to my driveway. Like didn't move, and I murdered it with my left foot, and I've got some swelling. I've got some pain. I'm going to push through, though, because I am not. I'm going skiing and I'm playing pond hockey in Jasper. I don't care if I need to take 400 Advil. I'm gonna power through. But right now, if you see me limping, that is why.
You know what's funny?
I might play stay at home D.
Well, that's what we might need. I fell getting into my truck yesterday too. I went to go hop up.
Wild out there.
I went to go hop up into the Nation truck. Shout out for the Giant for the Nation truck, and I just missed. And then my left ankle hit the ice and slipped out. And then I had to curl last night. Oh. So it was a big sweeping night for the lead of my team, which is me.
Well, if you lead, you sweep.
I know. So I was sweeping hard, and I think the beers maybe helped it a little bit because I'm also a little. So
we're banged up. Yeah. We're going in banged up. So I had a non-contact injury, which I am so embarrassed to admit. I stubbed my toe. So I got so mad. So then I try to heel kick this thing to get off, and it won't move. So I'm like, you're making your makers. So then I got my little thing I got off. But I'm like, this random thing, it would have fallen off from because the streets are so full of snow, you get all this accumulation in your wheel wells. So I would have dropped off, and then the thaw melted and then refroze as ice. And it's the only thing on my drive, but it was night out. I couldn't see. Man, it hurt. So anyways, working on it.
Adam is watching the show in the chat, says he is coming to Montana's. So there you go. We're going to have quite the crew rolling up. So we are going to wrap up this show somewhat early because we have a little bit of a drive all the way to Montana.
I got to eat. I'm hungry.
I'm getting hungry, yeah.
Like the minute I remembered that we were going to Montana's for lunch, I was instantly starving.
Yeah. When I was leaving the house today, my girlfriend's like, you didn't pack a lunch today. And I was like, no need. It's Wednesday. That's all you can eat, ribs at Montana's.
Well, and that's also doing a service to all the safety of all the drivers around you.
True.
What happened there, Aaron?
That was odd.
There we go. It's almost criminal you're showing this to me, Aaron. Can't believe it.
Oh, it's the all-you-can-eat ribs day. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's good. All right, okay, we got to get back to hockey because we're cutting the show short, and I feel like we're skirting around a lot of important topics. Sherwood Ford Giant keys to victory today. For me, it is simple. Pedal to the floor. This blue line stinks. Korpisalo starting between the pipes. Let me tell you his goals against in his last 5 games. 4-3-6-3-3. You are going to get at least 3 goals on this guy if you just bring your C+ level game. I'm not even saying that's enough, though. Pedal to the floor. Bring it tonight, and you will extend this winning streak to 7 because you are way better than this Columbus team. 5-on-5. Special teams. They're junk. It's all pointing in the Oilers' direction. You cannot let points like this slip away.
No. I know. Just don't play to their level. We love doing that.
We do.
But we're on a heater. We're on a heater right now. It's nice to say we're on a heater.
Mm-hmm.
And this schedule, let's just keep it going. So just show up and don't stoop to their level, and we'll win. That's simple.
I think mine's going to be the same for the next 6 games. Just take it over early and just don't fall back.
Such an opportunity. It's such an This sets up our playoff picture. Because there was a time where I didn't think we were going to make it to the top 3. Now that is first is in the conversation. I don't know if we want to finish first. That's a whole other conversation. Let's see where Colorado finishes in the standings. Don't want to play them in the first round, but it's now we're in control of our destiny. You start racking up some of these wins against crappy teams like the Blue Jackets, like Chicago on Saturday, and we're in full control.
I know the Blue Jackets brought the Flames to overtime the other day, but the possession battle was just all Calgary in that hockey game. I mentioned Korpisalo gave up 4 goals, but he faced 30 or 49 shots in that hockey game. The Flames shoot from the outside a lot, but the Blue Jackets give you a ton of looks. You've got to take advantage of the opportunities you're given in this hockey game as well. If the Oilers win tonight, they will move within 2 points of the Vegas Golden Knights for top spot in the Pacific Division. They would also move into a tie with Seattle, even though Seattle does have 2 less games, and it would be 3 less games. Although Seattle plays tonight against Vancouver.
This will be good. It'll be interesting to see, right? The Rick Tocchet era continue.
Yeah. How about the jersey getting thrown on the ice 5 minutes into the game?
I don't understand why the fan maybe
what was the final score in that game?
5-2.
They won.
I know, but remember, there's a lot of pain in Vancouver right now.
I mean, But they
a lot of pain.
boo and talk it and everything.
Well,
really
get it out of your system.
Yeah,
but
just,
I think you need to. He's
move
not
on.
the bad guy.
No, but they rack up a few wins, and it's just like, whatever. Let's go. Give me that jersey back.
Did you see his comment?
No.
Comment after the game, and they asked him about like the fans' response, and he's like, "Well, my middle name is Lou, so I just assumed that's what they were all yelling."
There you go. At least he's being a good sport about it.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll win them over. He's a good coach. They'll be fine. I want to just make a comment.
Okay.
If Connor McDavid wants to score 70 goals this season, this is a game he gets a bunch. Next game's a game he gets a bunch. Like he's got to go in a heater against and just light these guys up because 70's out of the conversation. I think mentally he's put it on his radar to go and hit because that's a number that hasn't been hit in a long time.
What's he at right now? 40, right?
Yeah.
And in these next 6 games,
and he crushes the second half.
What if
he is an March and April player.
In the next 6 games, he gets to 50. That'd be nuts.
But to score possible. 10 in the next how many games?
I think it's 6 until they play the Rangers.
Highly doable.
It's it's achievable.
And if he does that, then it's like 70's on cruise control. So like I'm also cheering for that. That might manifest some of my betting because as we're gonna get into it, it is a gross night to bet on the Oilers. Disgusting.
Tyler Mulick is already at Montana's using their guest Wi-Fi to watch the show. Tyler, it is a 22-minute drive for us to get there, so don't worry. We'll wrap up this show right away and hightail it.
Get an order of wings in there for us, though.
Yeah. Have a cold one, maybe. Who knows? Cato's in says 3-goal minimum tonight, Jay. Let's talk a little betting because you're right. Connor McDavid, maybe he finds the back of the net tonight. Betway, minus 143 on Connor McDavid to find
it's not even
the back of the net.
I love chasing the juice, but you have to go to another dimension to get the juice today.
Connor McDavid to score twice, plus 350.
That's better. That one I might sprinkle a little on.
All right. I don't hate that at all. Liam, you picked out a couple of plays you like, courtesy of our friends at Betway. Give them to me.
I am going to go with the over. And then also McDavid, Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman all to score a goal, which is plus 550.
That's a nice one. See, but like this is where you got to get right into the weeds.
It's hard to find the juice, like you said.
Well, remember, there's also power play and stuff.
Yeah.
I was trying to create a narrative to bet the under because it's plus, and the only narrative I can come is if the Oilers win 5-1 or 6-0,
which we would like,
and that means a lot of points. So it's like a funny under, but like that's the way they'll hit the under. It's just like as long as we don't let Columbus score more than 1, we'll hit the under.
Yeah, like for the over, I'm banking on the Oilers just to score a ton of goals. I'm not expecting much from Columbus.
Because like going minus 3.5, it's not even like when you hit it, you're just like, well, it's not even like enough.
I know.
This is one of the few games that got minus 4.5 available. They very rarely have it available. They opened it up for this because that's where the juice kicks in.
I did see the over was set at 9.5. There was an option to hit, and I haven't seen that for a while.
I just don't think we're gonna like. We have NHL All-Star goaltender Stuart Skinner in between the pipes. We're playing. Tyler, I do owe a minor apology. Our defense are starting to play better, amongst a bunch of other things.
Yep.
Everyone's just starting to play better, but like, and we're also not in a position that like we still need to address our defense for a playoff run. Like we've now, I think, especially we go through this run, we're giving GM the green light to like the players have earned you to make some moves. Anyways,
speaking of the blue line, I did write a piece at the site the other day, just outlining some of the statistical differences between beginning of the season to January, then January till now. And they've gone from bottom third in the NHL in shots against per 60 to all the way up to the top 12 or whatever in shots against.
Late bloomers. We're late bloomers, guys.
They are. All right. Betway, the plays I like, there was a few. I kind of like the Oilers to rack up a ton of shots on goal. Oilers 36 plus shots on net is an interesting spot considering how much Columbus has given up. But I think tonight, boys, is a Zach Hyman night. Evander Kane out of the lineup.
You mean the NHL first All-Star?
First star of the week.
First star of the week.
Zach Hyman over 3.5 shots, hit it in 3 of his last 5. But again, with Kane out, more minutes with the big guns for Zach Hyman, more chances to throw pucks on net. Hyman has 8 assists in his last 5 games. He's minus 130 to pick one up tonight. So I like taking that. You mentioned Stuart Skinner gets the start tonight. He does indeed, confirmed from our friend Jack Michaels. Again, if you missed it earlier.
Gavin, is tonight the night?
So Gavin is big on a certain thing happening where a goalie stops all the shots he faces.
Yes.
Gavin has an active counter going of how long it's been since the Oilers have gotten one of those checks in the statistical column.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight's the night.
We have a goose egg in that column right now. So like I said, this like you got to get in the weeds tonight. So like, why not go big game hunting? What does that pay? Plus 700?
Yeah, I'll try to find it here. Why not? Why not Betway? I kind of like McDavid to score twice tonight as well.
Yeah, do that. I wish you could parlay that all together to like some juicy.
But if you're thinking of just betting on the Oilers and you want to get plus money on it, the Oilers minus 2.5 is paying plus 110. So it's the sportsbooks aren't giving them a lot of respect.
Like we can play the Coyotes and only beat them by 1. Like it doesn't matter. Like yes, we should blow them out, but like, that is. Yeah. And there's no like big reason. Like it's not like we're coming out of a skid and we have to get that like big W where we beat up on someone to get that confidence back. Like this is different. We're just staying. We're trying to stay on a streak. So like, this game could go to overtime. Like it just could. I don't know, but it shouldn't. If
it's the NHL. There are no easy games. But tonight, if you're the Oilers,
and no one tanks in the NHL,
and no one tanks according to Gary Bettman either. Columbus certainly didn't tank this year. To be fair.
Now they got to contemplate it.
Yeah, now they got to think about it. Think about selling off some assets. You'll get a look at Vlad Gavrikov tonight if that's your thing. I'm not sold on him, but I suppose we'll get a decent look, and so we'll.
I'm now turned off on him.
Yeah, me too. I just think you can aim higher.
Are you turned on him?
What about Matt Dumba?
I'll find out tonight, I guess.
What about Matt Dumba? Frank says the cost could be like a second rounder and a prospect. He's $6 million.
No salary retention.
Probably not, unless
is the prospect and that like is prospect like a Puljujärvi going back?
Yeah, maybe. So like a second in Puljujärvi, maybe Minnesota.
I mean, he hits, but they've been healthy scratching him. But there might be a big kind of deeper rooted situation there. The one thing about Matt Dumba you need to know is him and Nuge are boys from the Red Deer Rebels days. So if Nuge says I like Matt Dumba, then I like Matt Dumba.
All right.
So Nuge, do we like him?
Let Nuge make the decision. Oilers going for 7 victories in a row here tonight. Got to give another shout out to our friends at the Sports Closet. Look at some of this reverse retro gear. The Oilers are going for their first win in the reverse retro tonight. They're 0-3.
Oh,
do you buy into that at all? Or do you think it's just a coincidence?
Buddy, remember when we had the reverse retro, we wore orange pants? We dominated the orange pants.
Oh,
love the orange pants.
Those jerseys are my favorite.
So I'm glad we're playing Columbus tonight to break that hex and just move on with it. So it's something we stopped talking about. Speaking about the Sports Closet, I was so emotionally excited about Klim Kostin the other night. I just announced on Twitter I was going to buy a jersey.
And you went to the Sports Closet?
Sports Closet replied to me and said, we can help you with that. And I said, hell yeah, you can. And then they essentially like DM me like an order link, and I clicked on Twitter, paid right then and there, and my jersey is on its way.
That's kind of quality service you get.
It was like I DM like in the DM was like, wow, like you guys made this really easy. They captured on my emotion. I was riding high.
Yeah,
like it had to happen.
Well, I mean, when you see this guy's face,
well, then he goes, I bought the jersey before that.
Wow,
that just made me more excited. And then the don't air exactly. It just keeps him better. Like this guy he's Mr. Edmonton, man. He's a future mayor of Edmonton. Klim Kostin.
Love it. Love it. All right, we are going to wrap up today's show. The Oilers are going for 7 in a row. What a Sherwood 4 giant game
just
day
like Evander.
It was.
Let's go.
Throw up the 7. That's actually, Waz, get on that. Post that. How many wins are the Oilers going for tonight? Or maybe we save it for when they eventually do get the dub.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx.
Thanks to everyone who tuned in today on the show. Hammer that like button before you go, and give our friends at Sherwood 4 to follow if you want to learn more about their mobile service department. Link in the YouTube description. We'll be back tomorrow noon Mountain Time with our good friend Frank Saravalli. Until then, enjoy. We're going to eat Montanas. Let's get out of here.